You know that feeling, that kind of electric buzz right before something huge happens?
Mm-hmm.
Well, imagine that, but like pageant level. That's kind of the vibe around the Miss Universe Philippines 2025 Coronation Night. It's always a major deal.
Oh, absolutely. And it feels like this year, maybe even more so. It's such a big cultural thing for so many people.
Right. So we've been looking at the info mostly from Rappler.com, trying to get a handle on it.
Yeah, we wanted to pull together all the key stuff for you.
Exactly. For digging around everywhere. Our mission really is to give you the quick rundown on everything for this year's coronation. You know, the essentials.
Like the date, the place, how you can actually watch it, maybe who to keep an eye on.
Yeah, all of that. Basically your cheat sheets. You're totally up to speed. So where should we even start with an event this big?
I think maybe just the basics, like
Yeah.
the when and the where.
Yeah.
The absolute core details for the coronation night itself.
Okay, makes sense. So everyone get your calendars out. It's May 2nd. That's the big night.
And the start time.
Kicks off at 6 p.m. Philippine time.
Okay, 6 p.m. And the venue. I think it's a familiar one.
It is. They're back at the SM Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Huge venue, perfect for this.
Definitely fits the scale. And how many candidates are we talking about this year?
67. 67 candidates vying for the crown. That's a lot.
It really is. It makes you think, doesn't it? Such a big field probably means the competition is going to be pretty fierce.
You'd think so. It suggests that there's a ton of talent out there wanting this title.
Exactly. And whoever wins will have really, really earned it against a strong group.
For sure. And thinking about the winner, they've got some pretty impressive recent history to live up to, right? The outgoing queen.
Oh, definitely. Chelsea Amalo, who was Miss Universe Philippines 2024, she did incredibly well.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Well, she didn't just represent the Philippines. She placed in the top 30 at the Global Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic.
That's huge.
And on top of that, she was actually named Miss Universe Asia. So yeah, big shoes to fill for the next winner.
Wow. Miss Universe Asia, too. It really adds pressure, I guess. Makes you wonder what the judges are specifically looking for this time around to, keep that momentum going internationally.
That's a really good point. What are those key qualities they need?
Okay, so for anyone listening who actually wants to be there, in the arena, soaking up the atmosphere, how do they get tickets?
Right. So tickets are already available. You need to go to the SM Tickets website. That's the official place.
SM Tickets website. Got it. And what about prices? Is it accessible or mostly high-end?
There's actually quite a range, which is good. It starts, let me check. Yeah, general admission is P550.
Okay, P550. That's pretty reasonable.
Then it goes up. Upper box is P1500. Lower box regular, that's P3730.
Getting pricier.
Then lower box premium is P5270. And if you really want the best seats, the VIP tickets are P10590.
10,590. Wow. So quite a spread.
Yeah, it caters to different levels of, I guess, fandom, from just wanting to be there to wanting the full up-close experience.
That makes sense. Offers options. Okay, moving on. Who's actually going to be steering the ship on the night? The hosts.
Right, the hosts. On the main stage, we've got Gabby Garcia and Shan Lim.
Oh, okay. Both very well-known faces.
Exactly. Feels like they're going for that blend of, like, star power and smooth presentation.
Yeah, seems like a solid choice. Anyone else?
Yep, for the backstage scoop, getting those candid moments, we'll have Tim Yap and Erica Christensen Lee.
Ah, the backstage hosts. I always find that part interesting. You get a different vibe, don't you?
Totally. Less formal, maybe see some real emotions.
Definitely. Okay, hosts sorted. What about performances? Pageants always have musical guests. Who's performing this year?
We know of two performers so far. First is James Reid.
Oh, James Reid. Okay, big name, known for Random Antic, right?
That's the one. And he'll be joined by Marla Mortel as well.
Marla Mortel. Okay, so a mix of sounds, probably.
Yeah, it should provide some good energy during the show. Those performances really do help break things up and keep the excitement high.
They absolutely do. So something else that seems quite significant this year is the international presence. It feels like there's a lot of global attention on this coronation.
You're right. That's actually a really big deal this year. The guests are quite high profile.
Like who?
Well, first off, the reigning Miss Universe herself, Victoria Kjær Thielvig from Denmark. She's going to be there.
The current Miss Universe. Wow.
Yeah. And she actually arrived in the Philippines back on April 26th, even before the preliminaries started on the 28th. So she's been involved.
That's major. Her being there. What does that signal, do you think, for the prestige of the event?
Oh, it massively elevates it.
Yeah.
It shows that the main Miss Universe organization really values the Philippine pageant sees it as important. It's a strong endorsement.
Definitely sends a message. And I heard she's not the only big international guest.
Correct. They're also bringing in the Continental Queens from the 2024 Miss Universe pageant.
All of them.
Let's see. We have Chidima Adesina from Nigeria. She represented Africa and Oceania. Then Matilda Vertifori from Finland, who is Europe and the Middle East.
Right.
And Tatiana Calmel from Peru, representing the Americas.
Wow. So Miss Universe and the 4 Continental Queens, that's quite the assembly.
It really is. It's like a mini summit of international pageant royalty converging in Manila. You wonder what kind of, interactions and networking happens behind the scenes there.
Absolutely. It really underscores how global these pageants are now. Okay, so loads of reasons to watch. For those of us, probably most people, who can't physically be in the MOA arena, how do we tune in?
Good news on that front. It's going to be very accessible. The entire Coronation Night will be streamed live.
Live stream. Where?
On the Empire Philippines YouTube channel.
Empire Philippines on YouTube. Okay, that's great. Makes it easy for everyone here and, overseas fans too.
Exactly. YouTube means pretty much anyone with internet can watch it live as it happens, which is fantastic.
Definitely. What if you missed the live stream though? Like you're busy or time zones are weird. Are there replays?
Yep, they've got that covered too. There will be delayed telecasts.
Okay, where and when?
GMA Network will air it on May 4th. That's a Saturday at 9 neo in the morning.
9 a.m. on GMA, May 4th.
And then, later that same day, GTV will broadcast it at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. on GTV, also May 4th. So plenty of chances to catch it if you miss the live feed.
Exactly. Live stream first, then 2 TV broadcasts the following Saturday.
Perfect. Okay, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the actual competition, the 67 candidates. The article we saw, Rappler's piece, hinted that it's not just fresh faces this year.
That's probably one of the most intriguing aspects, actually. There are some very seasoned, established beauty queens in the running.
Really? Like who? Give us some names.
Okay, well, the biggest name perhaps is Win-Win Marquez.
Win-Win Marquez.
Yeah.
She already holds a major international title, doesn't she?
She does. She won Reina Hispanoamericana back in 2017, a huge win. And now she's competing for Miss Universe Philippines, representing Muntinlupa.
Wow. That's fascinating. Someone who's already won internationally coming back for a national crown. What does that tell you?
It's interesting, right? Maybe a desire to compete on the biggest stage of all, Miss Universe. Or perhaps she feels she has more to offer, a different kind of representation. It definitely adds a layer of, wow, she's really going for it.
Yeah, shows serious ambition. Is she the only one with that kind of background?
No, there are others with significant pageant experience, too. We also have Yelana Maria Aduana.
Yelana Maria Aduana. Remind me.
She was Miss Earth Air 2023, so a very high placement in another major global pageant. She's representing Sinaloa, Laguna.
Miss Earth Air. Okay, another strong contender.
And there's also Chelsea Fernandez. Her title was Miss Earth Philippines Water 2019. She's representing Sultan Kudarat.
Okay, so Reina Hispanoamericana winner, Miss Earth Air, Miss Earth Philippines Water, all competing for Miss Universe Philippines.
Exactly. It's quite a lineup of experienced candidates alongside the newcomers. It really poses the question of, how does that prior experience help them? Or maybe even hinder them? Does it change how they approach this specific competition?
And how does it affect the others? Does it raise the bar for everyone?
You'd have to think so. It certainly makes the competition dynamic potentially very, very interesting to watch. It's not something you see every year, this kind of convergence.
No, definitely adds a unique flavor this year. Okay, so let's just quickly recap the key info for everyone one more time. Make sure it sticks.
Good idea.
Miss Universe Philippines 2025 Coronation. It's happening May 2nd, 6 p.m. PHT at the SM Mall of Asia Arena.
Check. Tickets are via the SM Tickets website with prices from P550 up to over P10,000.
Right. Hosts are Gabby Garcia and Sheehan Lim on main, Tim Yap and Erica Christensen Lee backstage.
Performers we know are James Reed and Marlo Mortel.
And the huge guest list. The reigning Miss Universe Victoria Carey-Tilvig, plus the 4 Miss Universe 2024 Continental Queens.
A very starry lineup. And you can watch it live on Empire Philippines YouTube channel.
Or catch the delayed telecasts on May 4th, 9 a.m. on GMA, 8 p.m. on GTV.
Perfect. And don't forget that intriguing mix of candidates, especially those returning queens like Win-Win Marquez, Yelana Aduana, and Chelsea Fernandez.
Absolutely. Lots to look forward to. It really feels like, putting all this together, Miss Universe Philippines is really cementing itself as a major powerhouse on the world pageant scene.
I agree. The international attention, the caliber of competition, it all points towards its growing significance.
So maybe a final thought for you listening. With such strong contestants, including these experienced title holders, and this level of international validation, what does this really say about where the Miss Universe Philippines pageant stands globally now? How important has it become?
Yeah, and perhaps reflecting on everything we've just talked about, what part of this whole Coronation Night, this deep dive we just did, has actually made you the most curious or excited to see how it plays out? Something to think about before the big night.